and welcome to a So Steady online event. Please have all your tools and note-taking capabilities ready. Your event begins in less than 3 minutes.
Hi everyone, it's Stacy with So Steady, and we are back for our Wednesday Wonders. Today I am super excited to share with you one of our brand new wish tables. So we have had our amazing wish table for years, and our wish table is one of those items that was brought to you because of all of the amazing wishes from all of you. All of the quilters that we talked to at shows. We went and did a couple focus groups and said, what else can we do to make our amazing So Steady tables better for all of you? So we went out and we got feedback and we developed a product that brought what I would like to call our Cadillac of tables to all of you to be able to enjoy. And that's why we call it our wish table, because it's got all of the wishes from quilters that shared with us what they like to see in the table. So in a moment, I'm going to actually show you a quick video that we put together that just kind of tells you a little bit about what's in that table. And then I'm going to take you over to it and we're going to play around on it a little bit and share with you some of the features that make this table, the Wish 2.0, even better than the original Wish table, which was pretty amazing. So let's go ahead and jump over there. And I'm going to show you that on my screen actually right about now. And then I actually have a couple cool giveaways for everybody today. So how you win in our Wednesday Wonders is you just do a lot of liking, commenting, and sharing. And you can, if you can't share and you can't like because you're on YouTube, then all you can do is just keep talking. Let us know what you think about the features. Give us your favorite thing about this table. Tell us what Sew Steady table or maybe cabinet insert you have at home. My guess is y'all have something because, you know, once you sew with a Sew Steady, you know that there's no way that you want to, you know, not have one of those options in your home for your quilting experience. So let's go ahead and jump over and we're going to watch this quick video and then I will take you over to the machine. All right. So let me go ahead and pull that up for you here and we'll jump in.
Markings on the actual tool. So do that. Make sure everything's
All right. So I think I have this ready for your viewing pleasure, and we're going to go ahead and jump on over to this amazing table you see right here. So our Wish Sew Steady table has always had some really cool features. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight those on the screen right now. So you may or may not know what some of our traditional tables have looked like in the past, but they have this really cool metric ruler, this 16-inch metric ruler right in the front, and they have a beveled edge on the front side. Why do you want a beveled edge on the front side? Well, when you're doing any kind of ruler projects, you're oftentimes, or any kind of project, you're oftentimes having some drag off of that edge, and having it be a beveled edge is going to keep the fabric moving freely, which is really important. That's, you know, like the number one goal to having an extension table is to keep your fabric moving freely through the needle area. So that is going to be kind of the number one thing that you're going to find on every Sew Steady table. You're going to have that metric ruler that's going to help you do some quick measurements depending on what your project is. And then you're going to have a really smooth sewing surface. Now, one of the things that we oftentimes will share with people about our Sew Steady tables is that they are very smooth. They're really smooth sewing surface, but they're not necessarily slick. And sometimes you don't want them to be super slick because you're working with maybe a material that is already kind of got to move pretty freely on its own, like silk. But sometimes you do want it slick. Maybe you're working with a cotton-based fabric and you want to be able to freely move your fabric for free motion and that sort of thing. So we do send these tables out what I would call without polish on them. So they're not going to arrive super slick. They're going to arrive as a smooth sewing surface. If you're going to be doing free motion, if you're going to be doing ruler quilting, then you're going to want our polish kit as an add-on to your table, because that's going to turn your table into a free motion ready table. It's going to be ready to just have that fabric moving freely across that tabletop area. So that is something that maybe or may not give away today to one lucky person that has a sewing table but doesn't necessarily have it super slick. Now, there are alternatives to our polish. I will say that we went out and did a whole bunch of testing. My dad actually personally did a ton of testing on polish. He had a lot of fun. They were, you know, putting them all over the floors, not home. But actually what he did decide was on a floor polish. And we went with that product because it didn't leave any residue and that's a huge factor for fabric. You don't want to leave any residue. And for years, we had actually suggested another great alternative, which was a car polish that many of you guys know well. And so we actually had recommended that for years as an alternative because it's something that you have in your garage that you can pull out and be able to use pretty easily. But we went with this option because we found it actually was a lot slicker. So it's, again, the goal is going to be to move your fabric super freely. So my point to talking to you about the surface of this table is that all of our tables come very smooth, but not necessarily slick. Now, our Wish table comes with the polish now, guys. Wish 2.0 comes with your polish kit, so you don't have to buy it separately. It's automatically included with your table. So that's an added feature. The next added feature with our Wish table 2.0 table is that it comes with this amazing drawer. Now, our Wish table has always come with this amazing drawer. And why is this drawer so amazing? Well, if you can see, it is actually built into the table itself. So you can't actually retro this drawer onto an existing table because we have these rails that are built into the leg holes that we place in the table to be able to allow it to slide in and out. Now, this isn't secured in, guys. So be aware that it's not actually locked down onto the table. So if you go and move your table, maybe you're just moving where your machine is, maybe you're actually traveling, you always want to lift your table up, this side up, and put it into a bag or anything with the drawer up, or remove the drawer, secure the items in it separately. I tend to actually just lift it up and I put it into my travel bag with the drawer at the top, and I'm just aware that like things can fall out if it tips the other way. So just having this at the top of the bag is always important. But look at all the cool things you can store in this. We're talking about ruler feet. We're talking about needles. We're talking about candy. No, this has so many options for storing. You know, again, that's always one of the features that people have loved about our tables is the opportunity to store things in them, the opportunity to keep your scissors, your polish, your pens and needles, you know, any of your fabric clamps. So anything that you want to be able to have quick access to is something that you keep in the drawer nice and organized. Now, in the past, we've had little things like called spinner trays, which have also done that trick, or people will just keep all of their items right underneath their table, you know, because you can see through it. That's one of the features of the Sew Steady table is the ability to see into it and be able to store items just right underneath the table that you want to be able to access at a later time. So that's always, you know, one of the features of the table. But one of the things I found when I was doing my quilt blocks is that sometimes it's nice to just stack your fabric there and just have such quick and easy access. And that's why people love the extension table so much, is because you're not losing that workspace. You know, a lot of us are working in smaller workspaces where you want to be able to capitalize on every square inch that's near you to be able to keep things handy and not lose them, because the last thing you want to do is lose an item that you need, like your scissors. So having them right there at the table so you can see through it, pick it up, grab it, is awesome. And you have that with these Sew Steady tables in general because you can see through them. So the next feature that is now included in this table is our circles and straights mat and tool. And what this is all about is this is giving you the opportunity to not only create circles with your Sew Steady table, but it's also giving you the ability to be able to do what I like to call seam allowances. So it's acting as a straight guide, guys. And if you can see right there, we actually have the markings. So you actually have your 1/4 inch markings right here. You have your 3/8 inch markings and your 5/8 inch markings. So when you put this Circles and Straights mat onto your machine, you're actually going to go ahead and line up this center line with the needle. And you're going to line up this align needle line, that's a vertical, with the needle. And so as you place it onto the table, you're going to go ahead and just kind of eyeball, and there's markings on some needle plates that tell you where the needle alignment is. And you're going to go ahead and slide that right down onto the table. And the other really cool feature that this mat does is it actually secures your table to your machine. So in the past, our Wish table has included other features like a table lock. Well, we found that a table lock is no longer necessary when you have a mat like this that is actually securing the table to the machine itself. So now that I've got my Circles and Straights mat on the table, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I would use the circle sewing feature first, and then we'll show you how you might use the straight feature on this as well. So the circle sewing feature on this mat brings you circles in the range of 2 to 30 inches. So you have the opportunity to create really big circles or really small circles. And you do that all with this cool little tool that comes with the table as well. So in the past, we've actually put holes in the table, and the holes in the table have came with a pen solution where you would stick a pen up through the holes, and then you would secure your fabric to it, and you would make a circle wherever that hole placement was. This is a superior option because you're getting precise circles, guys. You're getting circles anywhere from that 2 to 30 inches. You can mark it at 2.5. You could mark it at 14.5. You know exactly what size of circle you're getting. So if you're wanting to add this as an embellishment, maybe to a quilt project, or if you're wanting to create a specific size of circle, you get to do that with this Circles and Straights mat now. Before it was a little bit more tricky. You had to kind of do some extra work. Now we're giving you all of the markings right here on the mat, which is really neat. And that's included again with the table itself. So what I thought I would do is I was going to go ahead and start by doing a couple of smaller circles, and then we would know how to do some of the seam guide stuff as well. So in order to use this circle, the circle tool, what you're going to do is you're going to align the markings on this tool itself. So you see these etched markings that are on this tool, both horizontal and vertical. So I'm going to align that with the mat. So the mat has a horizontal marking. I'm going to align that tool with that. And then I'm going to align the vertical marking with that as well. Now I'm going to stick that onto the mat, and I'm going to go ahead and pull off this is called a pen more, and this is just protecting you from the sharp pen that's right there. So what's kind of neat about this is it's giving you the opportunity to create what I would call like more you're able to use a lot of the decorative stitches that you have inside of your machine and be able to create some really cool stuff. So I thought, we could do something. Maybe we could start with like maybe a Baptist fan, and we could show you how you could use this to even just do like a half circle and then break the thread and then start again. So I actually had to quickly get my bobbin thread fed before the live started. So that meant that you guys got to enjoy that amazing intro. I don't know if you noticed that fun intro today, but that intro is actually one that I thought was really applicable because you got to see how our Sew Steady tables are made. In that intro, we actually show you our process where we take you into our production area, and you get to see how we take the tables off of our CNC machine, how every single table is custom cut to fit your machine. I think that there were some questions earlier about, will this work on a certain type of machine? We actually have over 3,000 different cutaways based on the shape. So if you see this cutaway right here, you notice that this is a big flatbed machine. This is the Janome M7. So a typical sewing machine isn't going to have a flat bed. It's going to have more of a common free arm where you can do things like cuff work and that sort of thing. And so our tables are actually meant to fit around your free arm. So moving the accessory tray aside and actually using it to fit around the free arm. Now, when you do circle sewing, you're actually wanting to use your feed dogs up. So I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out my foot to my standard foot for this machine. Oops, sorry, I knocked you. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the standard foot on this machine here. And in doing so, what we're going to do is we're setting this up so it's ready to go ahead and use one of these awesome decorative stitches that we have built into this machine. So what we can do is just kind of show you how you could use some of these fun decorative stitches to just add a little extra. And again, this could be just a fun bonus block that you're creating. It could be a border that you're putting around a design. You've got a lot of potential of what you can do with these awesome designs. So I'm going to go ahead and start with just a really basic design here. And then we can go ahead and maybe step it up a notch for our next size in our Baptiste fan. So I've secured the tool to the actual mat, and now I'm going to go ahead and drop the foot, and I'll drop the feed dogs, and I'm just going to go ahead and because I'm in regular quilting mode or regular sewing mode, I'm just going to go ahead and sew normal. Now this machine is nice and fancy and it has all kinds of modes. So I have the opportunity to put this into a ruler work setting. I have the opportunity to put this into all different kinds of settings. I want to make sure you're ready to watch this. All right, so I've got the machine settings going. And as you see, I'm actually just going to kind of keep the fabric down here, but I'm just going to kind of fan this fabric. Now I am using this amazing quilt sandwich. So because of that, I don't need to use any stabilizer. But if I was actually using maybe just a single piece of fabric, I would probably want to go ahead and add a little stabilizer to this. But you can see I just did a half or quarter circle. And so now, because we're not doing ruler work, I'm going to break my thread. And then I can easily change the position of this. So again, you don't have to remove the fabric from the tool. You're just going to move the tool. So I just did a design that was 12 inches. So I'm going to actually move the tool and I'm going to put it on the 10-inch mark. And we're just going to put 2-inch spacing between each design. And again, I'm lining it with the markings on the mat. So I've got it on the 10 on both sides. I've got the center placement there. And I'm just going to choose a new design this time because we've got our little wave design. You see that? So let's go ahead and do maybe something that will complement our wave design. Let's see here. Anything extra fun? How about we'll do a little purling. We'll do some pearls. All right, so this might take a little bit longer. We'll drop the foot. Oh, it wants me to rethread. So let's take a look here. And all right, let's see if I can keep going. There we go. You see it's just kind of taking it away. I don't really have to even touch the fabric because it's just ready to take this away for us. Oops, free. And now we've got some 2-inch spacing. Okay, we just got a little Baptist spoon happening with some different decorative stitches. So this is a fun way to use all of your decorative stitches in your machine and really be able to add some unique features to this. So we just added a little purling to this one. We've got a wave on this one. We could do it one more time and put it on the 8 mark here. All right, so we're going to line it up with the 8 and choose one more decorative stitch and be able to kind of bring that in a little bit more. And on this one, let's go ahead and go with, how about, again, there's so many fun designs that are just built into your machine that you get to kind of just play with all of them and see which ones you like the best. So this one is going to be, again, kind of just a little bit more of a, here we go. There's some extra, I think we got some extra stitches on this one. This one might be a little much for a quilt sandwich. We'll see. Oh, it's just really dense. Who knew? I think it looks pretty cool though. This is a great way to play around with some of those designs and add them to maybe a project you're doing. Like I said, you can complete a full circle, and we'll show you how to do that here in a minute. And then, of course, you can use this to do your straight seams. Here we go. All right, so look at that, guys. We've got all of our decorative stitches happening right there, and I think it's a pretty cool tool. And guess what else? Yes, we're going to sew a full circle next, and we're going to show you how to make sure they meet. Okay, so, and a lot of times that's just simply getting a little, kind of slowing down when you get to that point, because I'm actually going pretty fast. I'm going faster than I would recommend most people do any kind of ruler quilting. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the 8-inch circle again, and I'm just going to do that in the area that we haven't already sewn on. So I'm going to head on over to this corner here, and let's go. And the best way to test this is oftentimes I just kind of feel where the needle is, and then I just spin it and make sure it's not going to go over another design if I don't want it to. So it looks like this is going to be a perfect placement for my 8-inch circle. And so now I've just put it on the pen itself, and then we're just going to do a simple 8-inch circle. So that one was a little dense, I thought. So let's go back and we'll just do one that maybe is a little less exciting, but still has some fun look to it. How about, let's go with, we'll see what this looks like as a circle. All right. Actually, I just want to do a straight circle for you guys because I want you to see how it's going to connect. Okay, so we're going to drop the foot again, and we're going to go ahead and just, like we did before, just going to help it along the way. Just going to kind of keep the fabric down as you take it in a circle. And this one isn't going to be as exciting because we're not doing any kind of adding any extra flair, so we can add extra flair to it in a little bit. Okay, so as we get to it, we're going to slow down a little bit, make sure everything is kind of spaced out. And then as we get to the end of the circle, like I said, we just want to slow down. And then you can actually connect it quite easily right when you get there. So let's go ahead and take a look at this amazing circle we just made with our Circles and Straights tool. So this actually is a great way to be able to create circle sewing. And then now I could add some decorative stitching around that. Let's go ahead and lay it actually out so you can see the whole thing a little bit more clearly. but we just created that circle. We have our decorative stitches and a Baptist fan. We created the connection point for you there. And this is a great way to be able to kind of just create circles, add embellishment, finish projects, and so on. So this is our circle sewing, circles and straights tool and mat that is now included in our Wish 2.0 table. Now let's talk a little bit about care, because both the circles and straights tool and the mat actually can be easily cared for with just a simple water rinse. So if this sticky surface that comes on this is actually considered a gel type of tape, and so it actually, all you have to do if it loses some stick is you just take it and wash it under warm water and just rub it down a little bit and get some of the lint off, and it will bring that stick back to life. So it's a great way to be able to get your fabric or your stick back onto your circles and straights tool. That's the same with the mat. The mat actually is a microsection material, so it can get a little lint buildup from now and then. And so if you find that your mat isn't sticking as well, all you need to do is take it over to a sink, rinse it with warm water. If you need to use it right away, then you can try to dab it off a little bit or just shake it. Even blow dry it can work a little bit, but you just want to kind of get it cool, blow dry it. But you just want to get that kind of cleaned and get that lint build up, rinsed off. Now, I don't ever recommend putting the tool directly on the table because this is such a sticky, grippy tape. If you put it directly on the table, you are going to find it hard to remove. So especially when it's fresh out of the box. So really important to put it directly onto the mat. If you find it difficult, like you're still having trouble removing the tool from the mat itself, a lot of times you can just peel the mat off of the table, and you can actually go ahead and kind of peel it. Once you've peeled the mat off, you can peel the tool off. But I always recommend polishing your mat before you're doing a lot of circle sewing, or before you're using this tool, because that's going to also help with the stick not being too great, too bonding. And we did add these little finger holes in here so you can actually spin it to remove it, which is the easiest way to actually move this tool on. So the next thing is to use this as a seam guide. So same sort of process. You're just going to use the markings on the right side of the mat now to be able to use this as a seam guide and be able to kind of get your straight seams. So if you're someone like me that likes to have a little bit of extra help when it comes to having straight seams, then you can just place that right down on your mat. And then as you're feeding your fabric through the mat, you're able to go ahead and just kind of easily have that edge bump against it, and know that you're going to have a straight seam, whether or not the other items are in place for a straight seam is the question. Now, I was noticing my fabric sandwich had some extra stuff coming out. So you're just going to put it right up against the edge of that guide, and then just have it go right down, sewing a straight seam. It's that easy. That's one of the things about our tools that I love is we don't have a lot of technology in them. You're not necessarily using a lot of the features that are built into a certain type of machine. So you can do these types of features with any machine. You could be using this on a featherweight, guys. You could be doing this on your favorite older machine, because it's built into the tool itself to be able to do the circle sewing, to be able to do the straight seams. It's not something that you have to buy the latest and greatest machine to be able to do. So I'm not helping machine sales there, but I am telling you that that's one of the really cool features about some of our tools, is that they're really based on having the table itself and the tool itself. So I'm going to head back over to actually show you a little bit more on the product itself that's on our website. And then I thought we should take this time to be able to maybe do a couple of giveaways that are maybe items that I've showed off today. So let's go ahead and head over, and I'll see if I can answer some questions. And then we'll go ahead and tell you about a new product launch that we're doing tomorrow. It's actually a brand new template launch called our Stepping Out series, guys. The Stepping Out series is a brand new series that we're bringing to all of you, the Westerly Design series. And you know, we've had the opportunity to bring some really cool templates to you in the last year, and a lot of that is because Leonie West, who is just this amazing designer, has this just awesome brain of creating. And so we went into the depths of the catalogs and the files that she sent us when we purchased the company from her about 5 years ago, and we're like, that's a cool design. We haven't released this yet. Let's get this out to our educators and have them make some really cool projects with it, and then we can start sharing it with our customers. Because one of the things about So Steady that you may or may not know now is that here at So Steady, we actually focus on education. But I'm pretty sure you probably know that now, because we focus on education, we're giving you guys a lot of education as often as possible. So that being said, we actually have 3 awesome classes coming to you tomorrow with this new template launch. So I'm going to go ahead and have you watch this quick commercial. And this is for the Stepping Out series launch is happening tomorrow. And then we'll announce what our giveaways are going to be. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this pulled up here. All right, so coming back over to me here. So we have showed off a couple of really cool tools today, and that includes our So Steady Wish Table, the new 2.0, where we have added in some really cool features like the circles and straights tool and mat that we've had for a while, but we never actually included with that table, and our polish kit. So now our Wish 2.0 table includes your Wish table with the drawer with the 3 beveled edges. It includes the circles and straights tool and mat, and now it includes the polish kit. So I think I can't give away the whole table today, guys, but stay tuned, because for the month of May, because of all of the amazing mothers out there, we're going to have an awesome giveaway where we might be giving away one of those awesome tables. But today I thought I would give away a polish kit, because I think a lot of people out there need a polish kit. And I will give away one of our circles and straights tools and mat that you can actually purchase separately as well. So let's go ahead and pick a winner for that. And then I will go ahead and show you, I talked a little bit about the travel bags, but I didn't show you what those look like. So I'll show you what those travel bags look like as well. So we've got a lot of comments, guys. Thank you so much for commenting today, because that's going to get you into the winnings. So the first item we're going to give away is going to be our polish kit. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a winner for the polish kit, and then we'll show you where that's at here on our website if you decide that that's something that you have to have. The winner of the polish kit is Sarah S. Congratulations, Sarah. You are the official winner of the So Steady Polish Kit, and I will show you what that looks like right here. Again, we showed you on the live, but we didn't necessarily show you how to apply the polish. So when you apply your polish, you're just going to actually use a little small amount. It goes a long way. So I usually just dab a little bit on the microfiber cloth to be able to apply that polish. And then once I put that on the microfiber cloth, I'll just go in and rub it all over the table. And then you can flip that cloth over and then just kind of make sure it gets all rubbed off. And it's ready to sew. It's ready to free motion quilt, or just have your fabric move super freely. So Sarah, you are the lucky winner of the So Steady Polish Kit. So let's take a look at the next giveaway. So the next giveaway is going to be that circles and straights tool. That's another really cool option. A $35 value, and we're going to have one lucky winner of that today. So again, our Circles and Straights tool and mat is going to be the next winner for our giveaways today. And we love for all of you to join us for our lives and be able to learn a little bit about some of our new items. Now that Wish 2.0 is brand new. We actually just released it April 1st, and that is taking the place of our old Wish table. So our old Wish table was the one that came with the holes in the table and the pen solution for doing the circle sewing. And now we are actually moving over to the Circles and Straights tool and mat for the circle sewing, because it adds that sewing straight feature as well. And we're including the polish as a bonus. So we're super excited to have all of that for all of you. And we're going to go ahead and pick a winner. Again, the winner is picked whether you liked, commented, or shared this live today. And Lindsay Ryers, you are the winner of the Circles and Straights tool and mat. So congratulations to all of you or both of you for winning today. In order to claim your prize, we will actually just ask you to email over your information to SewSteady at info@sewsteady.com. And we just need your name and address, and we will mail those prizes out. And a lot of times people ask, like, can I win this if I'm in another country? Can I, depending on, who can win. This is just about you being here. So if you're from another country, then we're going to ship a polish kit across the pond to you. But yeah, no matter who you are, where you're from, you're entered into the drawing. It's just more about being present than anything else on our Wednesday Wonders. So our Wednesday Wonders today, again, you got to join us where we talk a lot about our new SewSteady Wish 2.0 table. We got to share with you a little bit about our upcoming launch tomorrow. And what I'm so excited about for our launch tomorrow is that it's actually also going to be a super education event, because we are going to be sharing with you not only those amazing new tools, but you're also going to be getting education on quilting with rulers to do trapunto, which I think is a technique that you see every now and then, but you don't see a lot. So that trapunto technique, Pam Varner is going to be bringing to you. We've got quilting with rulers and fabric coloring with pencils. That's something Kathy Clausen is going to be bringing to you tomorrow. And then we have using the quilting templates to do true applique. And that's something Helen Sullivan's bringing to you tomorrow. So it's 6 hours of education with us tomorrow, guys. So we really do hope that you'll join us for our live. It's going to be a full day of live tomorrow on our Facebook, as well as signing up for the event. We'll just get you those reminders and enter you into some of the drawings that we do throughout the event tomorrow. So we're excited for you to join us and see all of the amazing education that these educators have brought to you. So Kathy Clausen, Pam Varner, and Helen Sullivan from Australia will all be part of the education event with you. And we're looking forward to having you join us for that. We've got some awesome projects in store, along with that new template set, the Stepping Out series template set, which you can kind of see definitely has a lot of spring appeal with all of the gorgeous petals and flowerish designs that you're going to be able to create with it. So we'll look forward to that. Again, thank you so much for joining us for Wednesday Wonders. And we dove into our new Wish 2.0 table. And we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.